4 o'clock here. It is October 10th today. I sit at my dad's property tonight here. This is only the second time I've actually hunted Wisconsin this year. We're sitting tonight over our food plots, which I normally don't hunt. Usually ever, maybe one sit a year on our food plots. But I just decided to hunt here tonight, kind of as an observation. We're in my dad's gun stand. It's kind of a nice location. You can get in and out of pretty easy and not do much damage or spook anything that's on the plots. So our original plan was to hunt a food plot to the west of here, where I've had a nice 4-year-old coming in pretty regular the whole month of September. He was actually daylight in there last night, about an hour before dark, and we have the wind to hunt it tonight. I was super excited once I seen the pictures on the Moultrie camera come in, and I got a picture about an hour after that, and he busted the one side off on him. So that kind of rules out going after. He's my number 2 buck, I'd say. Kind of rules out going after him. So I think we are going to be pretty much focusing on my number 1 buck, which I call Baby Splits. I've been after him for a few years now. We've been getting pictures of him a lot more than in the past, actually, up in here this year. And he's definitely around. We get him on the food plots every once in a while, but very rare occasion it's daylight, especially this time of year. But I figured we'll just give it a shot tonight. Weather's not ideal, but we're at least in a spot where we're in the game. It's been kind of a slow night so far. We just had our first deer come on the food plot. I was kind of expecting a slower night given the warm temperature still. But about 10 minutes ago we had looks like a fawn come out on the far end of the plot and just feeding in the bucket ready plot I got over there on the north and west side of the pond. But temps are cooling off right now. I would imagine we're going to see some more deer soon. And hopefully it's one of our big guys, but we'll stick tight here and wait them out. October 11th here today. Headed out here to see if we can find the break off Stevie Wanderer. Got a pretty good idea where he it should be laying. I had a picture of him. We'll show you when we get in here, but I had a picture of him on the scrapevine, and he headed east. And then about an hour later, I had a picture of him coming back kind of straight north. So there's one little section I think it's most likely going to be laying in, but we're going to come in here, see if we can find it, and maybe keep this story of this buck alive. We just got up in here. Stands up here about 25 yards to the northwest. Standing right by the scrapevine. Well, what was a scrapevine. Deer actually broke it here recently, so I'm gonna see if I can rig that back up. But so from this vine, the last picture I had of him, he headed east. Like he was leaving the food plot. And then he circled back. About an hour later, I got him coming back right up through here. So I'm going to kind of focus on this area to the northeast and see. That's where I kind of think if it's anywhere, that's what it's going to be. So we're just going to kind of slowly comb through here and see if we can find something. Been walking up in here for hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now, and no luck finding our bucks break off here, but I did score on a decent shed. I got to look back at pictures because I got a feeling this might be actually my #1 target buck, Baby Splits. It'd be back from when he was a 3-year-old in 2017, but pretty cool. Just stumbled up on this one. Got one more pass in here, and then we're gonna head out of here. Just going through pictures here back from 2017, and this is without a doubt the shed off of my #1 hit lister, Baby Splits. He is 7.5 this year. This was his 3-year-old side. It's pretty awesome. I've been looking for this shed for 4 years now, and I finally got my hands on it. Was not expecting to find it today. Was in there to look for a totally different deer and just stumbled upon this. So this is pretty cool. Just a hell of a story chasing this deer, and hopefully in the next couple weeks we can connect with him. But I'm pretty speechless right now because I've been trying to find a shed off of this buck now for a few years and have never had any luck. And here in October, when you're not even trying to look for sheds, it's right in your face. So pretty awesome.
It's October 11th today. We are back in North Dakota. We actually got back a couple days ago, but it has been raining pretty much nonstop for the last 2 days. So we haven't been able to get out and hunt. Probably got well over an inch, if not a couple inches of rain here over the last couple days. We are hunting a brand new spot tonight that JP and I found early season, back early September. I think we stumbled on this spot, came in, dumped some feed, threw a bear net up, and just let the cell cameras go to work. And we had a giant show up on the 15th of September, and he's been in here almost daily since, but we have not had a single daylight picture of him. Just this week he's been within 20 minutes of shooting light 2 or 3 different times, but we just got a feeling tonight we got a chance because it has been significantly cooler. These rain showers drop the temperatures over 25 degrees, and today is the first bluebird day. Got about 45 minutes of daylight left here. The temperature is dropping off fast. I bet in the last half hour it's dropped at least 5, 6, 7 degrees. Like, you can just feel it getting colder. Pressure's jacked to the roof right now. Like, this is it. If we're gonna get a crack at this deer, it's gonna be tonight. Freaking my stomach is just rolling right now, like wound up, but nothing yet. But we're in a spot where we can only see about 100. I guess out in front of us we probably see about 150, 200 yards, but to our sides we can only see 40, 50 yards. We're anticipating these deer coming from the north, at least this big buck, because usually on the camera that's where he's coming from, but
pretty uneventful night. Kind of had a loss of words. Just had absolutely perfect conditions tonight, and we did not see a single deer. Back to the drawing board. We're running low on spots right now because we kind of narrowed everything down to where our best bucks are at, and they're just not moving. And we thought we had a good chance tonight with the weather, and it just didn't happen. But we got a wind switch the next 2 days, which will probably put us in a different spot. and then potentially get back in that spot we were in tonight on Thursday when we get another west wind. So gonna get a belly of food, get some work done tomorrow during the day, and then we'll be back out tomorrow evening. Give her another go. We are getting our ass handed to us everywhere we go right now. Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. Just pretty humbling, to be honest.
Hey guys, welcome back to another First Light in the Field. This week Brennen and I are up in North Dakota and we're finally getting those cooler temperatures. So today I want to talk to you. I'm wearing the Brad Beaver logo beanie, but First Light has an array of beanies that you can wear as soon as those temps start dropping and you want to switch from a ball cap to a beanie. They have plenty of different options and a bunch of different colors and styles. So when those temperatures start dropping, make sure to head over to firstlight.com, get yourself a beanie, and stay warm this season. October the 12th tonight, Brennen and I are in North Dakota. We had just awesome temperatures and conditions last night. Wetten's at a spot that we got a giant coming into, and we got skunked. So we came into this spot tonight. We already seen a deer, so that's good. We're on the right track. We had deer on camera here already today, pretty much like right around noon, and then at 2 and 3 o'clock. So seen a couple deer on the way here, so we're feeling pretty good about tonight. We're after a buck that actually back when Mike killed him and I encountered him twice, but he was to the east here about 500 yards. We were hoping between then and now that the farmer would have came in and took these beans and corn off, but he has yet to do that. So that deer has still been coming in a little after dark, but we're hoping with these temperatures, we got really cool temperatures again today, high pressure. We're hoping that'll get him on his feet just a touch early, and we can have some luck. I think if we get some deer in here early, we're gonna have a good shot at them. So we're gonna settle in. We probably got about 2 hours till dark, and enjoy the night. And hopefully we can see a couple more deer than last night. And hopefully we can put them on the ground. It's about 6:15 right now. Pretty eventful sit so far. It's good to see. I think we've seen 5 does and fawns and one little buck. They've been on their feet probably within 125 yards of us for the last 30-40 minutes. So it's good to see. We still got well over an hour yet till dark. They pretty much just came out of the woodlot behind us and worked out into the beans here. So hopefully, with any luck, Buzz, the buck we're after, sees some early movement and wants to get on his feet too. So beautiful night. Can't ask for better conditions, especially with what we've been dealing with all year so far. Just need the right one to slip up and we'll be ready. Okay. So yeah. That's about the same distance he was, but when we seen him, it's about 6:40 right now. Deer have been on the move pretty good since the last update just a half hour ago. about 15 minutes ago, I'd say. I looked way to the east here. Could just make out a throat patch in the grass, I thought. Asked Brennen if he could get the camera on him. And sure enough, it's Buzz. He's standing, or he was, right on the edge of the marsh, way to the east. Kind of surveyed the area. There's a bunch of deer out by him, so he's come out of the marsh, but he hasn't made up a lot of ground. We probably have 40 minutes maybe till dark. So he's got to come a long ways, but if he makes up his mind to do it, I think he can do it pretty quick. So gotta keep our fingers crossed. He's up plenty early. He's just gotta want to get here. So all we can do is wait. It's good to see him though, and know he's on his feet early. We just gotta pray he gets here in time. That's exactly what he did that night. Mike and I watched him. I hope you don't go to that corn. That's what I say. When he makes up his mind, he's going. But I'm hoping he kind of wants to take this fence line to us. Oh, we're getting down the last 10-15 minutes here. We had eyes on him for quite a while there. And then he ended up doing what he did. Same exact thing he did when Mike and I sat and seen him. Since they haven't cut these fields yet, I think he heads up into the standing corn and he messes around up in there for a while, and then eventually he makes his way here, but it's just not in time. But never know, we can't see up this fence line very well, so he could be en route and be here in the next couple minutes and surprise us. But if that don't happen, it was a good night nonetheless. Seen quite a few deer and seen a shooter, so it's better than nothing.
It is October 13th, I think, and tonight people are going to think we're nuts, but it's been raining and 25-mile-an-hour winds literally from like 2 a.m. this morning all day, and it's still exactly that way. But we're looking at radar. We're hoping there's going to be a gap from like 6 to dark, and hopefully that's enough to get them deer on their feet and come in. I mean, this deer is flirting with daylight, and maybe something like this will get them up and want to come check us out.
We're just trying to get to the hunting spot. These roads are just mush. And usually how we get to this spot is across a low maintenance road. So now we're trying to find another access. I think we got one picked out. Made her. Took us about an extra half hour to get around, but nice. We made her. Can't get scared now.
It is October 13th today. It's a rainy one. Got in the tree probably just under an hour ago. It's been on and off, raining pretty good. Winds in the 20s, 25-mile-an-hour wind, I would say. Kind of brutal, but this first light stuff is keeping us dry and actually pretty warm. So we got clear skies coming, and radar says we're gonna get that last hour of daylight of no rain, which if that's the case, something magical could happen, but we gotta hope for that. If it stays raining and windy like it has been, it might be tough to get them on their feet, but if that puppy breaks, we could be in for something good. So it's all we're hoping for. We can't kill them sitting back at camp, so something told us we needed to be in the tree tonight. So we gambled, and hopefully it's the right move and we can put Buzz on the ground. Closing in on the last 10 minutes probably of light. Yet to see a deer. It's kind of one of those nights that something was either going to go down in good fashion, or them deer were probably going to lay low. We weren't going to know unless we gave it a shot. And that we did. Pretty brutal conditions. On and off rain, 20-mile-an-hour winds. I'm assuming these deer just wanted to lay tight yet. It's supposed to get a lot of rain overnight. They probably just didn't want to get up yet, knowing that other stuff's coming. So, unless something happens real quick, that'll be my last go out here for this trip. We'll probably hunt tomorrow night with Brennen at the other spot. Then we gotta head back to Wisconsin and get some work done for about 4 or 5 days, and then we'll hit the road again for a good stretch. So.
Well, JP and I are back out on the lease. We're headed back to this little one of 2 food plots that we planted this past summer. This one unfortunately didn't really come up very well. It's pretty much all dead, and only thing they're eating in here is acorns, but we have good amount of deer that come through here. A couple bucks that are definitely shooters that have been on camera back here. But I think it's going to be good. It's usually better back here at night, we've noticed on the cameras. So I think this is my first night hunt on this stand. So hopefully JP brings some good luck and seal the deal hopefully tonight. So we'll see what happens. Well, we got a few more minutes left of light here. Overall, a decent night. But just want to say thank you for watching this semi-live show. Make sure you come back and watch next week's episode. It's gonna get heating up here. So a lot more action to come. So thanks for watching.